Hey guys, Jason here, Same Cool Workshop. Today we're talking about our 2025, it was actually 2019, but 2019 Ram 2500 Cummins that we had, our truck. Was it worth it? What was the benefits of it? That kind of thing. Why did we sell it? But a lot of people kind of complain about Ram, say Ram's not that good. I'll tell you what, 2018 I think was the year that Ram changed a lot of stuff around with e-coating panels and all that kind of stuff, and they are phenomenal. But we bought this truck basically to, we went to go pick it up to use it as something to tow our camper we were going to buy. We just bought a camper actually. We had it first. I was trying to tow it with my F-150. F-150 sucked at towing it. It was horrible with the EcoBoost. For the 2.7 EcoBoost just did not tow this 8,000 pound camper very well at all. 8,000 pounds loaded up, so it was pretty right at max that, and it was horrible. So we wanted something bigger, and so we went and test drove them. Well, when we drove them, my wife fell in love with this. I actually like the F350 a lot, but she liked the Ram 2500 the best. And we thought, well, you know what? That could be perfect, because then you can use it as a daily driver. She doesn't drive a lot, stay-at-home mom. And I thought, I'll just pick up something and I can use it as a hunting truck. We can use it to tow stuff with the camper, and then I'll just pick up a commuter to drive from northern Michigan to Detroit each week for work. So it was kind of a win-win. So we bought it because she liked it. And, well, we had it for 3 years. You're seeing a bunch of stuff here. And if you want more videos on this, just so you know, down here at the bottom, this is my bow hunting channel. And it's all a lot of bow hunting content, but there's a vehicle playlist on there. If you go to that channel and you look at that vehicle playlist, you can see 50 videos on this truck, as well as many other vehicles. They're all right there for you. But I'm not transferring them over to this channel. They're on my other channel in a vehicle playlist. But we had this vehicle, so we bought this thing. We had it for 3 years and 89,000 miles. Now remember, it really only moved when we were taking it on trips, doing stuff, or my wife would use it to run into town to get groceries and things like that. Otherwise, it was not driven a whole lot. But we still managed to put 90,000 miles on it in 3 years. Did 13 trips across country. When I say across country, I mean from the top of Michigan all the way to the bottom of Georgia. Okay, and we also did 2 trips where we went from Michigan all the way to the far end of Missouri and Kansas and back a couple of times too. So 13 trips towing an 8,000 pound camper with it during this whole entire time we had it. We had 0 issues. Not a single hiccup. Not a single complaint, not a single detail, not anything. 0 trips to the dealer other than I took it in for oil changes and fuel filter changes before I started doing them myself. But other than that, absolute 0 issues. It was the highest quality interior truck I've ever owned. Highest quality exterior, most robust design truck I've ever owned with the solid front axles on it. Everything about this truck was just pure quality on every kind of level. And I've owned every truck out there. Every truck out there. Now, I don't buy King Ranches and Limiteds and Lariats and things like that, but and this was a Bighorn. This was a Bighorn optioned out more. It had the better dash, bigger displays, had some things in it, some options, but it was basically a Bighorn. But I don't buy high-end trim levels. I'm not a fan of them whatsoever. Even my Rubicon is as low a level as a Rubicon almost as you can get. And our 4Runner is a non-premium TRD off-road. Okay, we are not. I do not believe in wasting money in higher trim levels. I'm not a fan myself. But highest quality, best built truck I've ever owned in my life, hands down. Nothing out there today, even nothing can match the quality and the build quality and the interior quality and the luxuriousness of a Ram truck. You just can't do it. Nobody can. Whether they think so or not, I'm telling you, you can't. Now, why did we sell it? We sold it because we didn't need it anymore. We had sold that camper when we bought this house that we're in now. We bought this house as a winter home. We were going to stay in Michigan and come down here in the wintertime and spend the winters down here where I could hog hunt and we could explore and do all kinds of stuff down here. So we bought the house, we bought a little boat, set everything up here. This was where it was going to be at, sold the camper. With the camper sold, we no longer needed this truck. So we were going to sell it. And the fact that I could sell it and I knew I could get good money, I could turn around and take the money for that. We had it paid off, so I could take that money from that truck, buy Tina a brand new 4Runner that would last her for decades, and we don't have to worry about another vehicle for her ever again because she doesn't drive much and she's not real picky. She likes what she likes. She wants it to look aggressive and tough. We even put new wheels on that Ram for her. I bought her for her birthday, new wheels and 35s and, you know, things like that. But she wants it to look good, but she's not super picky and she doesn't drive much. So I was like, well, perfect. I'll sell the Ram. We'll buy a brand new 4Runner. We don't need to have this Ram. I don't want to deal with diesel anymore and DEF and all that and everything like that. So I'm like, that's perfect. So we did. So we sold it. I sold it for $2,800 more than what I bought it for brand new. I bought it new. I drove it for 3 years and 89,000 miles. And I sold it for $2,800 more than I paid for it. So it was a perfect all the way around. And on that channel, on my other channel, this was before I had this channel even made. This channel is only not even 2 years old yet. It's a year and a half old. When on my other channel, I had so many of your typical, Dodge, it's going to die on you. You're never going to make any money. It's a piece of crap. It's a Dodge. It's a Ram. It's all these comments and everything. And the whole time, all I kept thinking to myself is, that's funny. Because here I am driving a $70,000 truck that doesn't cost me a penny. It's making me money. I am driving a $70,000 truck for 3 straight years, 90,000 miles, 13 trips across the country, and it's paying me to do it. It was the best truck I've ever owned. Hands down. Of every truck I've ever owned, this was by far the best one in history that I've ever owned. And it's also the one I made the most money on. Now, as far as trucks go. Now, SUVs, like my Jeep Renegade was the best deal I could have ever got in my life. That's a whole other story for some time. But if you have a Ram 2500 or a Cummins Ram, you're thinking about getting one, something like that, my advice for you, there is no better truck made today. Now, there are trucks that will do more. See, now that I live down here in Georgia, I couldn't buy this again, because I need front and rear lockers, I need capability, I need it to be narrower, I need it to be lighter. This truck doesn't fit what I need anymore, so it's no benefit to me down here. We're up in Michigan, hard ground, very little water, no swamp, little bit of sand here and there. It was cakewalk up there, big power lines, wide open areas. This thing worked like a champ there. Down here, it's worthless to me. So it's no value to me here. But if I wasn't doing what I do hunting in the woods right now, I would have zero questions about buying this today. If I was looking for a new heavy-duty truck today, I have no choice but to get the. I'd be forced into getting an F-250 Tremor, okay? Because it has what I want and all the capability I need to do what I need to do, but it's also priced right. But if I didn't need that and I was just looking for an HD truck, my first choice would still be today Ram 2500 Cummins motor. Absolutely the best truck I've ever owned in my entire life. So little behind the stories for it. I'm showing you some little bits and clips in here, but like I said, you want to learn more. That my other channel, you're probably not going to be interested in all the hunting stuff that's on it, but there is a vehicle playlist. It's got a ton of that stuff on there for you. It's actually linked in the description of this video. If you click next to where the title is, there's a little down arrow. Click that. It drops everything down, and right there you'll see links to cool stuff, but you'll also see a link to my other YouTube channel, and on there, that vehicle playlist, a lot of this cool stuff in there for you. So there you go. But best truck I ever owned. Thanks for watching.